OpenCode is one of the most powerful AI agents out there, and most tutorials only scratch the surface. In this video, we are going full deep dive. Agents, permissions, skills, MCP, and we are building a real expense tracker app from scratch using 2 AI models. And for that app, we will be using Wise Money Transfer app's design language. So let's get started. First of all, what is OpenCode? OpenCode is an open source free-to-use terminal-based AI coding agent, which comes as a terminal user interface like Claude Code and Codex. But as of recording this video, they also have a beta version of their GUI-based software, which almost works the same, and whatever I'm going to show you in this video in terminal, you can also use that in the desktop application. So if you don't like the terminal mode, you can go with the desktop mode as well. Now we can move to our next step, which is installation. For installation, we will visit OpenCode's official website. Whichever website I'm visiting in this video, I'll provide all the links in the description below. If there are files that needs to be downloaded, I'll provide that in my Telegram channel. On OpenCode website, for terminal, we have the curl command, and for desktop, macOS, Windows and Linux, you can download the software from here. It is quite straightforward, so you can just download it from here and follow the steps. For terminal, you can copy the curl command from here and go to the terminal and paste it here and press enter. I have already installed OpenCode, so it is just showing me the version. For Windows user, WSL is recommended by OpenCode. I have already covered the installation of Windows on my channel, so you can check it out. Now for GUI, we can just click on download now, and from here you can download for your respective operating system. Now since I'm using macOS Apple Silicon, I'll click on download. It will download the DMG file for me. Just open the installer and drag it in the application folder. For Windows user, installing this application is as similar as installing any other application. Once OpenCode is installed, you can check the installation by running this command OpenCode version. That means OpenCode is properly installed. For application, you can just check by running the application like this, and it will open the application. That means the application is also installed. For now, I'll close this. Now we can enter inside OpenCode by running OpenCode and press enter. Now you'll see this beautiful TUI or terminal user interface. So our installation step is successfully completed. The next step is configuring the OpenCode. So the beauty of OpenCode and why I like OpenCode more is OpenCode is model agnostic. You can use free models from model providers like Zen, NVIDIA NIM, or if you're on a paid subscription like OpenAI, Google, you can bring those paid API keys into OpenCode and it will show you all the models that you have available. There is one issue with Anthropic, because Anthropic being Anthropic, they don't like their models to be used by third-party harnesses. I'll show you the GitHub issue on OpenCode's official repository. So here there was open issue for the Claude Code API credentials, and if you scroll down and if you check, they are saying that we cannot legally support this. I'll attach this link below. So there was this Twitter post where they said that they tightened their safeguards against spoofing the Claude Code harness. Basically, they blocked third-party harnesses like OpenCode. So if you are Anthropic user, please don't try to add your API keys inside OpenCode. Anthropic may block your account and you might lose your balance. In this video, to show you the demo, I'll be using NVIDIA NIM free model for planning and OpenAI GPT-5.5 for building. In the free Claude Code series, I have already showed you how you can get NVIDIA NIM API keys and also how you can use NVIDIA NIM models in OpenCode as well as Claude Code. And in those videos, I get comments like clickbait, but I want users to understand that you cannot do end-to-end project with free models. It will frustrate you because either it will be slow or you will be hitting the limits continuously. So then what you do? If you have free models from Zen or NVIDIA NIM, use them for planning. And if you have paid models from OpenAI or Google, use them for building. And that way you save your paid tokens and your precious money. To access any command on OpenCode, you just have to type / and you will see all these commands. To connect the provider, I'll come to connect and I'll press enter. I've already added the OpenAI API key. If you also have subscriptions from Google or OpenAI, then you can add it. For the free model, I need to connect to NVIDIA. So I'll press on this. I need API key. For that, I'll go back to my browser and I'll go to NVIDIA NIM website. Here you will have to log in. If you don't have access to NVIDIA NIM, you can also use Zen provider as I showed you in the last video. I'll log in here. Once logged in, let me go to API keys and I'll generate a new API key. As always, generate key. I'll copy this key from here. I'll go back to my terminal and I'll paste it here and press enter. Now I have all the free models provided by NVIDIA. Now we have configured everything in OpenCode. Let me explain what is plan and build. In OpenCode UI, you will see here there is plan and there is build, right? So these two are basically OpenCode's default primary agents. Plan doesn't act by default, it thinks. Whatever tool call it requires, it will always ask your permission before running anything. It is a right mode to use when you are still mapping out the approach. Build is the another primary agent which has full execution mode. It reads files, it can write code, it can run the commands, and it is bounded only by the permissions you set in the project config. We can switch between these agents using tab. So if you go to the terminal, if I press tab, you see that the primary agent is getting switched. There are other primary agents like compaction. You can call this compaction agent using compact. It basically summarizes the context and cuts the token load. There are two more auto agents which give titles to your conversation. There is another agent which summarizes your conversation automatically. Why I am saying these are auto agents? Because they are running in the background, and even if you are not aware of them, they are already doing their job. While we are in agents, we also have to talk about sub-agents. There are also these sub-agents called general and explore. You can call these sub-agents using @sign. I have given some of the example prompts as well. So what general and explore does is, general sub-agent creates multi-step tasks for complex questions and anything that may touch files. If you want to find any file in your code base, you can just ask the explore sub-agent and it will give you the file. And these sub-agents are also called by the primary agents automatically when you are working with them. So if we go back to the terminal and if we write then you will see these two sub-agents here. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is permissions. For that, I'll open VS Code and I will open my project directory. To define project level permissions for OpenCode, we have to create a file called OpenCode.json. OpenCode will follow all the permissions you define in this file. This will be your project level permissions. There is also a global level permission which OpenCode follows by default. Then why do we need a project level permission? I'll show you. So I already have some permissions pre-written. I'll show them to you. From this permission, you can see that I have denied the permission to read my .env files, which is really important to me because I don't want the model to know my environment secrets. That's why I am defining all these configurations here for read, edit and bash commands. Now everything is set up. We can move to skills and MCP section. For this demo, we will need the front-end design skill. We can get it from the skills.sh website. I'll copy this and I'll go to the website. Here we have this front-end design skill. I'll click on it. I'll copy this. I'll go back to the VS Code. I will open the terminal here and I will paste that command here. It will show you the universal agents that can access this skill. You can also see OpenCode here. OpenCode will have access to this skill. So we just have to press enter here. If you want this skill to be accessible in other projects as well, you can install it on global level. Right now, I just want it on project level. So I'll install it on project level. Yes, proceed with installation. The .agents file has been created here and I can see the skill.md here. Let me hide the terminal. So this is the skill.md for the front-end design. Now the skill has been installed. Let me also show you how you can install MCP servers in OpenCode. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, which wires OpenCode to external services as callable tools. For this tutorial, we don't need any MCP server, but just to cover that in this demo, I discovered this XCaliDraw MCP. XCaliDraw is a whiteboard tool where you can draw diagrams like this. So XCaliDraw provides a remote MCP server. We can copy this from here. If I go back to VS Code, in the OpenCode.json, you can create the MCP section and you can name the MCP server. You can paste the link here in the URL section. Make enable as true. If you are not using it, you can just mark it as false. The type of this MCP is remote. Now we can use this MCP server in OpenCode. Now let's create the new terminal here and let's open OpenCode here. And whatever conversation history you will create here, you will be able to see the same history in the OpenCode app as well. So now there are no conversations. So that's why you are seeing it empty here. Let's go back to OpenCode. Let's check if the MCP server has been added. And yes, the MCP server has been added. If you want to disable it, just press space and it will be disabled. We can also see if OpenCode can detect the skill that we installed by writing skills. Yes, it already has the front-end design skill that we installed. So now we can move to the next step, which is initializing our project. You can do that by running init command in OpenCode. So what it does, I'll show you in VS Code. If you write init here and press enter, it will use this big pickle model. It will crawl through all your project files and whatever context it has on your project repository, it will create one agents.md file for you. If you have an empty directory, it will just create one default agents.md. Since I already use my own agents.md file, I'll not press enter here. I'll create my agents.md file by myself. agents.md file. I have just copy pasted the agents.md file from other project which I already have. So what does this agents.md file does is it defines the critical rules that your agent must follow, like the responses. So these agents have a habit of talking unnecessarily and it is consuming our paid tokens. So whatever they are yapping about, they are using our paid money. So I'm telling the agent to keep the responses concise and to the point, unless the user asks otherwise. There are some other rules as well. Obviously, I'll share everything with you in a GitHub repository and give the link in the description, and also share the whole repository as a zip file in the Telegram channel. So no worries. You can go through this file and you can check. Now the next step is getting the design.md file. Since in this demo, I'll be creating an expense tracker, which is a web app. And for that, if you have a design.md file for the agent, it is really good to have the context of the design that you want. It will create the web app according to that. There is a really nice GitHub repository called Awesome Design.md. In this repository, you will get design.md files for free of various companies. As for the demo, I am creating the expense tracker. So I will be using a fintech company's UI. We can go with the design that we see in Wise app. So I'll click it here. We are on the getdesign.md website. From here, you can see the live preview of how the typography looks and how the colors are. Everything you can check. And if you click on the design.md, then you get this design.md file here. What you have to do is you just have to copy it, go back to the VS Code, and in VS Code, we have to create new file called design.md and paste it here. Now we have the design language of Wise, and when the web app is getting created by the OpenCode, it will follow this design language. Now we have all the things that we need for the web app to be built. So I'll go to the terminal in OpenCode. For the planning, I'll use MiniMax M2.7 from NVIDIA NIM. To select that, just write model, press enter, and we will search for MiniMax M2.7 from NVIDIA, press enter. As I said earlier, I'm using a free model for the planning. For planning, I've already created this prompt. I'll provide this prompt in the GitHub repository and also in the Telegram channel. I'll copy this prompt, open the terminal and paste it here. Enter. It has started thinking. It is also reading the design.md file. Okay, it is asking me a clarifying question, that the Wise design system uses sage white as base with lime green accents. Since you want a dark theme, should I adapt the light palette to dark background, light text, or use a completely different dark palette? I asked for a dark palette web app. It has caught that confusion. It is asking me if I want the dark palette. Yes, I want the dark palette. So I'll go with the recommended path and I'll press enter. You can see how many tokens it has used, and it is completely for free. Okay, so we have the plan ready. So what we can do is we can switch it to build and we can ask it to just create a plan.md file and paste the plan over there. Or you can also use the copy session transcript command and you can just take the plan from there. It has created the plan.md file. We can check. Yes. So it worked as expected. Now we can just create a new session. If you are on plan, then press tab to take it on build and let's select a paid model. If you don't have a paid model, you can continue with MiniMax M2.7, but as I said, it will be slow and you will be frustrated. So it's your call. I already have GPT-5.5 in the recent models, so I'll select that. Now I'll take my building prompt. I'll copy this, go back to the terminal again and paste it here. So it is also using skill front-end design. It also caught some conflict in the plan.md. You can also check the subagents by pressing Ctrl X and down key. We can see a detailed plan that it has created and how it is working. Okay, we have the index.html file now. Okay, so it needs to run a node command. I'll say allow once. You can also rename your model. So this is a name that I have given to just to know the context window and also how much it costs. Wait, it needs to validate the generated index.html features. I'll say allow once. Okay, it has validated and it has tested everything. Now we can go into our files and we can open our index.html and we can check. Okay, it has written the contents in the same file as I asked. Let's go to the Finder and let's open it. It has written Wise style spending desk, but it really looks good and it has used the Wise components to create this. There is this nice blur effect. It has also created some expenses on its own. We can remove them and the total spent will also should change accordingly. Yes, it is also changing. So it is working as expected. We can also add expenses like dinner with stack agent and $100 category food, add expense. Nice. So it is also adding the expenses here, and we can also see the category split chart here, which also looks really good. We also have a filter here. We can filter it by category, and it also changes the total spent according to that. It looks really good. It is working as expected. And also it uses the design language that I defined in the DESIGN.md. You can see the same conversations in the OpenCode app as well. I'll just refresh this. You can see the sessions that I had in the TUI and they are reflecting here as well. So this is synced with the terminal session and you can see everything here. There are some buttons over here. If you want to open this project repository in VS Code, you can open it in VS Code. If you want it in other things that you have already installed, then you can see the options here and you can press on something and then it will open it for you. So if I press on Finder, then it will open the Finder for me for the project. There are some more commands which we didn't cover in the demo. So if you want to change the theme of OpenCode, you can do so by using themes and you can just change it from here. If you want to branch a conversation, I'll go to a session. Let's go to the create HTML. So if you want to branch this conversation, I can just write fork. It will ask you from which message you want to branch out your conversation. So you can do that from here. If you want to summarize the context and recover the tokens, so you can write compact here. I'll write compact and then you can see the context window will shrink. You can see there are 70.2k tokens right now in the context. It will shrink and also the percentage will shrink. Just keep looking at, yeah. So now it is 42.8k tokens and the before it the context was 7%. Now it is on 2%. You can also ask it to review your code. You can check the status by running status command. Now it is saying no MCP servers, formatters or plugins. But if you have any MCP servers, it will show it to you. And you can also select a different variant of the model that you are using. Now I am using GPT 5.5 high. But I can change the variant to medium or high or X high. So this is the usual flow that I follow while vibe coding. You can also steal my flow and use it in your day-to-day life. And what's next? So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you have any thoughts about the video, then let me know in the comments. If you face any errors while following the steps, let me know in the comments and I will try to resolve all of them. All the links will be in the description, so check it out. So as always, let's grow in this AI journey together and see you in the next video.